Hey guys, hey there everybody. I'm so excited. We had a huge turnout today. Huge turnout, I mean, amazing. Are you all ready to be here? I said, are you guys so excited to be here? Great, good job everyone. I'm so excited. This is amazing. This is awesome. Yeah, I know nobody's actually here, but I have to make them think. All right, I'm just talking to everybody behind the screen, you know, on the computer. Anyway, I'm so excited. We have some more special guests this week. We'll see you after this. All right, that was a great time of worship. Today, I have a special guest, the one, the only, Annalie Derkoop. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Derkoop.
Oh, there it went.
Okay, Derkoop.
Yes.
Coop.
Yep.
I like that.
Thank you. It's German.
Prove it.
It's extremely German if you just look at it.
Ah, I was hoping.
Imagine an umlaut on the U. That's the two dots. Go above the.
Oh, that's a semicolon. You're wrong. Anyway, so you guys, I have a very special game that I would love to play with you today. So, today, Pastor Matt, he's going to tell us a story about some dudes that were hanging out in a fiery furnace, and they got into a tough situation. Speaking of fire, what is one thing that you would want to save if you were in a house fire?
Probably pictures of my family and friends.
So you're stuck in a fire, and the one thing you're gonna pick is a frame.
I mean, yeah, pictures are important and they can't be recreated.
I would grab my phone because, wait for it, it has pictures on it.
But what about the pictures of when you're like not an adult that aren't on your phone?
Why do I want those?
Because those are special. And someday they'll be like, they'll give a glimpse into past times that no longer look the same. Because I was born in the 90s, and 90s were very different from now.
I could tell you some stories of the 90s.
Yeah.
Not today.
Okay.
Right. I would grab my phone because it has pictures just like you. It has pictures on my phone, and I could just reprint those suckers. So, how about you kids? What would be one thing you would grab if your house were to catch fire? I will give you guys 2 minutes to turn to a teacher and tell them what you would do. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you very much for coming in. It has truly been an enlightenment to my day.
Wow. Thanks.
All right, have a good day.
Oh, I'm supposed to go now. Okay.
All right, it's my name, Jefferson, Gary,
Okay.
Larry.
Intern, really? It's tough to get free help. All right, welcome back, guys. I need you all to stand up. We have a big round of applause for Matt Alexander. Yeah. Matt, well, way to dress up. All right, so, well, I guess this is a perfect opportunity to thank our sponsors. Burger King, thanks so much for being a sponsor of our show. We appreciate your business. So, Matt, how's it going?
Wonderful.
What are you eating?
Chicken nugget?
A keto nugget?
Nope.
Awesome. Thanks for being here today, though, Pastor Matt. We're gonna, I appreciate your time. You're gonna go over the Bible story with us and tell us a little bit about this thing called a fiery furnace. So take me back and tell me a little bit about that story and really what's going on when we're talking about the furnace.
Yeah, so you got, I think it's one of the coolest stories in the entire Bible. So you got this king, his name's Nebuchadnezzar. It's kind of a fun name to say, Nebuchadnezzar, but King Nebuchadnezzar, he actually builds this big, tall, gold statue.
Can we call him Nebi?
Only his friends call him that, so I don't know if you're friends with him, but you can, I guess.
Can I be his friend?
He's dead. But yeah, so he had a gold statue built of himself, and he thought, you know what? I'm gonna have people bow to this statue. And they did. And here's what happened is, though, there was 3 guys. One's name was, say it with me, Shadrach.
Shadrach.
Shadrach. Close. Meshach.
Shaq.
And Abednego.
And Abednego.
Close enough. You got these 3 guys.
Can we just call him Frank, Steve, and Joe?
It wouldn't be biblical, but you could if you wanted to. It's a free country. We live in America. You can do whatever you want. Here's what I know is that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they know that they are not supposed to bow down to this statue because this is not God, and they only bow down to God. And so when it was time for them to bow down to the statue, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
They didn't bow down, and that did not make the people, that did not make King Nebuchadnezzar very happy.
Nebi.
And so what? Yeah, King Nebi.
You're his friend
And so
too.
yeah, and so what they did, you know what they did? They grabbed him and they told him that if you don't bow down, it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be a good thing. And so they didn't bow down. They trusted God. They knew that God would be there with them. They trusted him, and they were like, we're not bowing down. And so King Nebuchadnezzar got so angry. He said, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you in the furnace. We are going to turn it up 7 times hotter than it already is. So 7 times hotter than normal. And if you can't bow down, you are going to go and we're going to throw you in this furnace. And that's where we get the fiery furnace from, is this fiery furnace. Well,
So how hot is hot?
well, isn't 112 degrees boiling? So I think,
So 113?
do you know the story?
Yeah, who doesn't know the story of Joe, Bob, and Steve?
Okay. Well, we have this situation and they don't bow down. So what did King Nebi say? You're going to go in the furnace.
Yeah.
And so they throw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego all into the furnace. And here's what's amazing is they knew that God would protect them, and God protected them. They were thrown in the fire, and nothing touched them. They didn't burn. They didn't do, it was like just being in the sun. They were just feeling good. And they were in here, and they were praising God. Like they knew that it was an amazing thing. Now here's what's so cool is that
Sunblock.
no, what? No, there was another man in there with them.
There was 4.
There was 4.
What was his name?
That was God. I think that was God.
But there was 3 and then there was 4.
There was 4. But this was what was amazing is they came out, and when they came out of the furnace, Nebuchadnezzar, because of that, knew that God had delivered them, had been with them, and because of that, King Nebi turned his life and he looked to God, and from that's the fiery furnace.
Awesome. That's a great story. I love learning about, what were their names again?
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
Yeah, what he said. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah. Awesome. That's a great story. All right. I loved learning this Bible lesson. Pastor Matt, you did a wonderful job. And I think we need to all remember that God was with those 3 guys.
Shadrach?
Yeah, huh?
Meshach?
Yep, Abednego. Abednego. Anyway, only God can rescue us through his son Jesus. And to let Jesus into our hearts, we get to be saved from our sins and go to heaven. Now, what I want all of you to do right now is pause the show and answer some very important questions with the grown-up. Right? I didn't unpause you. It's like freeze tag. Okay, there we go. And unpause. What's the big takeaway that we can have from this story of the fiery furnace?
I think the biggest thing that we can take away from this story is that no matter what, number one, we need to make sure that we follow Jesus and his ways and what he wants from us, and we don't give in to the other things that maybe other people are doing, but we do what God asks us to do. But even in that, there's another secondary thing that we can understand, that God is with us no matter what situation we find ourselves, and God is there and he will bring us through. And so there's times where it's going to be difficult and it's going to be hard.
Like when you have pants that are that loud.
Yep. And God's with us.
You can go now.
Oh,
Oh,
but
you don't have a watch on that hand.
it's about that time.
Time for what?
Oh, wow.
Where? I lost another one.
Well, I'm back here with my good old pal Taylor. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
She's gonna help me teach the memory verse again. Hopefully, Jeff approves of this memory verse, because he didn't approve of it last week. So we should do better this week, right? All right, here we go. Repeat after me. And kids, repeat after me too. So talk when Taylor talks. All right. Make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong.
Make sure nobody pays back for wrong.
Perfect. Can you turn so they can hear you? All right. But always strive to do what is good for each other. But always
Always
strive
strive
to do what is good
to do what is good
for each other
for each other.
and everybody else.
Everybody else.
Rejoice always.
Rejoice always.
Pray continually.
Pray continually.
Give thanks in all circumstances.
Things in all circumstances.
For this is God's will.
For this is God's will.
For you
For you
in Christ Jesus.
in Christ Jesus.
1 Thessalonians
1
5,
5,
15,
15,
18. Now can you
18.
do a little, can you go yee yee?
Yee yee.
Good job. Now y'all can say it too, yee yee.
All right, Taylor, as always, beautiful job. Intern, we're getting there. All right, anyway, before we end the show, kids, I just want to end with a couple of things. First, you should all have an index card and a crayon. What I want you to do is write out a question, any question that's on your mind, and give it to a leader. If you're not here, what I want you to do is either message us at our Instagram page or our Facebook page. Send those questions in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick some of them and we're gonna read them off and answer them in the future. Don't know when it's gonna be, might not be yours, but we're gonna answer them in the future here on air. So, as always, guys, I wanna remind you that God is always with us, and we'll see you next week. We hope you had a good time.